we're almost done building our house. The last step that we have to do is to add the decks and steps up to the openings of the building. Right now, if I were to come out the door or come out the slider, it is a 1-foot drop, which is actually kind of dangerous. So we need to make steps leading up to the front door and the deck coming out of the slider doors. I have that on my floor plan, so I'm going to click the tags button and I'm going to click the floor plan, turn it back on so I can kind of see what I was planning. You don't have to do it to the same size that you were planning if you want to change it up at this point, but I'm just using this as a reference. So I'm going to zoom over here. I know that I'm going to be pulling out this section from here to definitely here. So to start my step, I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to use my pencil tool. I'm going to establish kind of where I'm going to bring my line up. And I think I might have my landing start here. So I'm going to go on the edge point. I'm going to click up and I'm going to sort of mouse over to the corner here and pull away. I don't know if you can see that that's a dotted line. So I know I'm at the right height. So I'm going to click here. And now I'm going to make sure I'm snapped on the green axis and I'm going to connect to the lower corner. I'm going to click the escape key and then I'm going to come to the other corner and draw on the green axis until I hit the outer corner there. Double check and make sure that I actually cut this by clicking on the surfaces and making sure that that cut is correct. So I'm just going to deselect it. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to take my pencil tool and I'm going to go from this outer edge and hopefully when we click on the red here it will connect. And then I have to go into this other edge here. And I'm going to go from the corner, again, letting it snap to the red into the other corner there. And then I'm going to go from this corner, from the inside corner there, to the edge of the opening for the slider. I'm going to zoom out and a little bit further and maybe use the hand tool here. And I'm going to go from the outer corner of the slider to the outer face of the wall. So now I have the beginnings of my deck and I'm going to use the push-pull tool first to pull out the landing. I'm going to use the push-pull tool to mouse over the landing, click on it, and pull it out. I think 4 feet is a good amount to come out. I could probably come out 5. Maybe that would be nicer. So I'm going to pull it out and then let go and type in 5 feet and hit enter. You can see that it drags some of the lines from where the door face was. So I'm just going to use my eraser tool quickly and erase those lines. Now I'm going to use the push-pull tool and I'm going to pull out the deck. I'm going to have it meet this deck, so I'm going to use inferencing here. Then I'm going to use my eraser tool to erase this line and the front line and then also these lines. Now you can see that this was from when I reversed the faces, so I'm going to right click and I'm going to reverse faces back the other way. So if it comes out white like that, you just need to reverse the face. All right, so now I've got this, but it's still 1 foot high, so I need to break it up. I like to break up stairs with a rise of about 6 inches, especially for outdoor things like decks and stairs down outside. I'm going to break up my 1 foot height into 2, so I'm going to make it 6 inches. I can either pull a guideline up 6 inches, but I can also use the pencil tool and I can mouse along this edge here until I get to the midpoint. When I see that cyan dot, that lets me know I'm in the middle of that measurement, and so it's very simple to measure. And I'm going to pull the line along the red axis and I'm going to click that. Now I've broken this up into 2 6-inch tall segments. I'm going to pull this one out maybe 1 foot to start. And we'll see how that looks. This step, it's considered the rise and run of the stair. The rise is the inches that the stair goes up, and the run is the width of the tread of the stair. In other words, the area that you put your foot on in order to go to the next step. This is a very comfortable rise and run. If you've ever been in a gingerbread house, you probably know that there are railings along the sides of the walls and the stairs are super steep. So their rise is very tall and the run is very short, which makes you feel unstable and like you're going to fall down the stairs. So you want to avoid that if you can. You want your, especially if you're going to design a house for yourself, you want it to be comfortable. I'm going to do the same thing along the side of the deck here because I want a nice, big, generous step to come off. So I'm just going to pull that as well. I'm going to pull it out maybe 1 foot as well. So I'm going to type in 1 foot. So now I'm going to erase that. And I'm going to pan over because I think what I'm going to do is I think I might put a hot tub on the side of my building. I'm just going to orbit around so I can see the side. And I think I might make a little area right here where the hot tub might go. So in order to put that hot tub there, I'm going to extend this deck out. So I'm going to come up here into the corner and I'm just going to pull a line down here, and I'm on the blue axis. And I'm going to use the push-pull tool, and I'm going to pull that out. Now, I think I might do 6 feet this way. This is really like kind of turning into a huge deck. I'm going to have that stair wrap around. So I'm just going to continue, go to the end point, find that midpoint there. I'm going to pull out my stair here 1 foot. And I'm going to go in and erase this yet again. I'm going to make a little stair down here and an area for a hot tub. And let's put another stair coming down this way. So, you know, we're getting a lot of outdoor living from this house. All right, I'm going to snap on the green axis here into the corner and use that push-pull tool to bring this out. And maybe I do it 1 foot also. I'm going to put the hot tub right there on the ground. I think I'm going to make an area where there might be pebbles or something. And I'm just going to delete that line. And now I can get rid of my floor plan. So I'm going to go to the tags and I'm going to turn off the eyeball on the floor plan. When I make the area outside of the walls of the house, it doesn't have to be part of the wall. So I'm just going to leave that there. Now I'm going to close the group. That's how you add a deck to your house. Next, we're going to talk about materials.